Right, the all go rhythm dickheads of YouTube are going to regret this because they put into my fucking recommended bullshit a moon video, and it was a debunk of the moon video with Stanley Kubrick. Right, I'll come at the end of the video. I'll explain: did we go to the moon or not? I'll tell you the answer that I think, but their debunk of a debunk is the shittest thing ever. So what they're saying is, oh no, NASA never did say that we can't go through the Van Halen jump radiation belt because it will fry the astro dudes. Apparently they didn't say that, no. And here we have a NASA engineer video that they showed me to do some posh maths and computer modelling, which we all know is bullshit. It's not test, retest, reliable science, but anyway, not very much things called science are actually test, retest, reliable. But anyway, without going into all that. So this guy they got, there was previously another guy with specs and obviously an officer in the office, but they've got a frontline military guy to go, oh no, we can't go through the Van Halen radiation belt, we can't go to the moon because the radiation messes with digital technology, right? Then I started looking at all sorts of silly videos, right, about the computer modelling of how much radiation there is, right? How much radiation is there on the way to the moon, right? And I watched a couple of videos and I'm like, shit, it's computer modelling, plus it's a whole Goldilocks zone thing, and it's completely unlikely that the radiation is at the perfect level that might mess with digital shit but not actually fry the astronauts. How lucky is that? That's almost as much of a miracle as life on Earth, which is clearly a miracle, but these lot are trying to say space travel is also a miracle, as if it was fucking designed by God for us or something, right? Yeah, life on Earth's a miracle, we're living it. They're trying to say, oh, the new space travel life is also a miracle or something, because you can go through the fucking radiation belt that they said you couldn't, right? So he's saying we can't go to the moon because the new digital technology is actually regression, which is true. It's not progress, is it? It's a lot of crap. The analog stuff's better. So they've played on that without admitting that progress, which is part of their religion, is bullshit. Without admitting that, they've done a double think and gone, oh no, the new digital stuff prevents us going to the moon. Yeah, and I got into all this complicated thing about it. What an idiot I was. Yeah, because... So, if... the problem isn't that it'll kill the astronauts, the problem is it'll mess with the equipment, right? This is what they say. Van Schmalen. If the equipment gets fucked, then how did they send a tin can to the moon the other week that fell over? Yeah, it fell over. All the Apollo missions in the name of Apollo, the Greek god of the sun. No, they never fell over with the people in. The one that doesn't have the people in fell over. Hey, well, that's because the weight of the people prevented tipping over. Odysseus fell over in February and Athena fell over in March. Plus, addendum. Do they ever show you many photos of this moon stuff these days? Do they have a live stream off the moon? No, they don't. The Indians went to the moon, supposedly, in an Atari Space Invaders thing. The Chinese are apparently going to the moon. So if these lot are going to the moon, then how come you can't go to the moon because the radiation will mess with the digital tech? So I've just debunked the debunk of the debunk. Van Schmalen. Their thing is bullshit, isn't it? Clearly. They can't have it both ways. They can't have it that, oh no, the radiation messes with the digital tech, and, oh yeah, we've landed, empty tin cans on the moon recently. What a load of nonsense. Wow. Such an obvious bullshit. Right, so the ultimate question, which is not the ultimate question at all, is it really? But did NASA go to the moon, or was it a Stanley Kubrick movie or something? Well, NASA come up with a load of shit, don't they? Clearly, I've just gone through it, but the middle class believers are part of the problem because they're part of all this explanation of Van Halen jump and all that shit. They come up with the embellishment. And often it works out. The Empire just talks shit and middle class twits come up with rational explanations for the Empire. Yeah, like in COVID then. So the Empire would go, stand up, and it's dangerous in a restaurant, but sit down and you don't need to wear your mask and everything's fine. And the middle class twits would go, oh yes, well there's a special rational explanation or blah blah bling blah 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 of why you won't catch COVID whilst you're eating. So a load of turd, and you knew it, and everyone knew it was turd, right? Well, they do the same here. We've just seen it. So the problem is that all this stupid explanations and all this crap might not be hiding the fact that they didn't go to the moon. It might be hiding something else. Maybe they did go to the moon and there's aliens there. I doubt it, but maybe they did. Maybe they went to the moon and they're turning it into some sort of weird sci-fi dystopia world thing, colony. Probably not. But maybe something else is going on and all the bullshit is actually masking the something else. Who knows? Who knows? You see what I'm saying? We don't really know. We know they're bullshitting, but we don't know what the truth is. The only way to know is test, retest, reliability, which, in other words, is pretty much the same as you've got to go and check it out yourself. You cannot trust what the Empire does. So when the Empire tells you some science when you're 13 years old, strangely enough, they also show you how to go and do the experiment yourself and check that it is real. So if you can't check if it's real yourself, you don't know. We don't know if they went to the moon or not. And to be honest, who the fuck cares? Because Earth's brilliant, isn't it?